morning. Welcome back to Brandon Farm. Happy Thursday. I hope you have a lovely day today. So a few things came in the mail that I'm intensely nervous about. My microgreen trays came in and my microgreen seeds came in. Which means that I can start microgreens. I am not familiar with microgreens. If you're familiar with microgreens, feel free to leave comments, tips, tricks down below. Highly appreciate that. So microgreens, my why of microgreens, well, a couple reasons. One, I haven't done it, so I want to do it. It's kind of like a challenge, right? Like I'm big on, just because I haven't ever done it doesn't mean I can't do it. So I want to do it because I haven't done it. If that makes sense. So one, it's a challenge. I want to see if I can even grow microgreens successfully. Two is they're apparently really healthy for you. So it would be a good alternative to, say, going to the store and buying a head of lettuce and making a salad. I can just snip some microgreens and make my own salad, or snip some microgreens and put them in a sandwich. I have to figure out what all you can do with them, what all you can add them to, I guess. And then my thing is, once they're done growing, do they just keep growing, or do you have to start new seeds each time? Because that's a lot of seeds. I only got 4 packs of seeds. I got, you know what? Don't even get me started. I'll show you later. I know one of them's kale. So that's on the agenda today, is starting microgreens. And apparently, I watched a couple videos on it, and that's where you get your confidence, right? I mean, if you don't know how to do it, you YouTube it, you Google it, you research on how to figure out how to do this. So I watched a couple videos, and apparently they don't have to have light to germinate. So what you do is you basically put them in your tray, and then you put a tray on top, and then you let that germinate. You don't have to have like a grow light or anything. When they sprout and they start pushing that tray up, you will have to have a grow light. And I don't have grow lights, so I'm gonna have to look on Amazon, or my husband suggested Harbor Freight, and find some grow lights. I already have the rack, so I'm good there. I'm debating on bringing the rack inside, but then that's problematic with gnats and things like that, kids. So I think it might stay in the garage. I just might move it from the window over to the wall. To the window, to the wall. No. So, because that's, to me, it's too far, like behind my husband's truck, and I can't get to it easily. So I feel like if it's right by the door of the garage when I walk in every day, I'll see it and I'll check on it and I'll make sure that things are okay. That's the theory. I don't know what's going on with these chickens. Too hot. Okay. So microgreens. That's on the agenda, is microgreens. I need to check on the worm farms today for sure. I need to make sure that they are adequately moisturized. And that they still have food scraps. It might be time to feed them. So I need to double check that. I feel like I had more stuff. I know I want to start seeds, but I mean, it's just barely into August. So now I'm like, I don't know. Do I start seeds for the fall, like direct seeding, like my carrots, my radish, my beets, things like that? Or do I wait? Let's see, it's Thursday. I'm off for a few more days. Maybe I'll do it this weekend. That'll be like my goal. What is happening with these chickens? Another hot topic right now is tattoos. So, tattoos growing up were kind of like a taboo thing, right? You don't get them. You're a bad kid if you get them. Times have changed, right? I mean, my parents still don't have any. My husband's parents don't have any. So I guess they haven't changed that much. But the way people view them, I think, has changed. So for my anniversary this year, my husband and I's anniversary, I like on a whim decided I'm gonna get a tattoo. Like it's gonna be my thing, right? I've always wanted one. I always thought they were cool. Like they represent, something in your life, and they have meaning. Some of them don't, I guess. They don't have to have meaning. It's completely up to you. But for me, I wanted them to have meaning. I don't know. It's just like, whatever. So I went out and I got my chicken tattoo. Let me show you. This is Barbie. So she is a buff Orpington. And she was, I'm not crying, I promise. My eyes just like, I got sunscreen in it. That's why my face is always so glowy, because I wear sunscreen every day. But this is Barbie. This is my girl Barbie. She's a buff Orpington. And she wasn't even, I don't even think she was like a year old. Maybe she was just over a year old. And everything was fine the day before. She was fine. And I remember the next day in the morning, I went to come down to the coop to check on things, and she was just laying in the run, gone. And I freaked out, and I called my husband down here and the kids, and we got her out, and we buried her under a tree. And it was awful. I was not prepared for it. I don't know why it happened. I don't know what happened. There was nothing on her to say what happened. Like, there was nothing obvious. Like, she got attacked or there was a disease or, whatever. We couldn't see anything physically on her. But it took a toll on me, and I wasn't ready for it. And I just knew right there that, I'm attached to these girls. I'm attached to these chickens. They're like my little babies. The babies that don't talk back to you. Don't always listen, though. A lot of them don't listen still. But not the point. So I knew, like, on our anniversary, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get a tattoo in honor of Barbie. And not only does it represent Barbie, it just represents, like, all of my chickens, right? Because I'm a chicken mama, and I love them. So I got a little tattoo, and I wanted it to be a little unfinished and a little unconventional and a little kind of scribbly and like a one-line situation. And she did a great job. But now, like right after basically getting that tattoo, I decided I got it in the wrong spot. Because originally I wanted it on my wrist, and I chickened out last minute, no pun intended, because there's so many bones in your wrist right here, and I got scared, and I was like, this is gonna hurt, this is gonna be terrible, and I'll never get another one, and yada yada yada, and so I ended up getting it in a more meaty spot. And immediately after, I was like, what did I do? Like, why did I do this? Why did I get a tattoo? And why did I get it right there? It looks so weird. Pause for plane. Anyway, so immediately after, I thought, why did I get it there? I should have just got it on my wrist and I would have been fine with it. So ever since getting it there, I'm like, it looks so lonely. Like it needs something. It needs a flower around it or something, whatever. Well, everything that I come up with and everything that I draw up and everything that my tattoo artist, who is completely sick of me because I keep changing my mind a million times, everything that I see around it, I hate it. And I'm like, I can't do this. And so I've gotten used to just the simplicity of it and having just one thing on my arm. So I thought if I want another tattoo, if I feel that need to get another tattoo, which I did, but now I kind of don't, um, I would have to get it somewhere else. I don't think I could add any more to her because I've gotten used to the simplicity of it. And I think if I add anything else, it's going to be too messy looking or it's going to be too crowded or cluttered. And then another thing is, what if this new tattoo looks better than my chicken tattoo? And they're right next to each other. And now they're competing. I mean, I don't know. And I don't know if this is how people think whenever they get tattoos. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure I'm like a psycho when it comes to tattoos, but they're so permanent. And I just want to make the right choice. And I feel like everything I come up with is not the right choice. And my husband says that I'm forcing it because I'm off this week. And I decided, oh, I'm going to go get a tattoo because I'm off this week. But my sister-in-law was going to go with me, and that meant a lot to me. And I kind of felt a little pressured to go get it because I wanted to have that memory with her, and I wanted to go get it because I told everyone I was going to go get one. And I had an idea in mind, and then my artist came back and said, this is what it's going to look like. And I thought, no, 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 no. So now it's all up in the air. I know I want, okay, I'm going to retract that. I don't know that I want, but I feel like if I get another tattoo, it would have to do something with the garden, right? Because my second love is the garden. I've always been around the garden. It's what I got my degree in, is plants, and it's what I fell in love with when I was 16, working at my first nursery. Plant nursery, that is, not children's nursery. So I know it would have to be something in plants. But there's so many plants. Which plant do you get tattooed on you? It's so hard. And then I would be so particular. I'd be like, well, that's not how that looks, or that's not right. Like, that's not the right shape. I don't know. So I'm completely undecided. And I told my husband, I'm done. I'm not going to get any more. I'm just going to table it for now. It's not what I want. But it's constantly on my mind. I gave myself a migraine on my birthday because I thought about this tattoo so much. It's embarrassing. I just don't know how people do it. I don't know how they're like, I want this, and then they go and get it, which is what I did with Barbie. I don't know. See, it's weird. Like, I knew with Barbie, I wanted the chicken. That's what I wanted. And I knew exactly what I wanted it to look like. And I text her and I was like, this is what I want. And she drew it up. We tweaked it a few times and then that was it. And I was there and she did it. And it was a matter of like 5 minutes and it happened so fast. With this next one, I don't know. I feel like I'm thinking about it too much. And where do I want to put it? Where would I put it? What are other options for me? What is it going to look like? Do I want black and white? Do I want color? Do I want the same like one line scribbly thing for the next one? I don't know. I feel like this is why it took me 33 years to get the first tattoo. Is it going to take me another 33 years to get the second tattoo? I don't know. So now I feel like, disappointed that I didn't have that moment of memory making with my sister-in-law. That blows. And then I feel like I've let myself down in a way, but I also feel kind of proud of myself too, because then I'm like, don't just get it just to get it. Like, make sure it's right. It's on you. It's on you for the rest of your life. I mean, unless you get it removed. But I feel like I don't want to do that, It's like marriage. Like, I don't want to get divorced. I got married to be married, so I'm not going to get divorced. I don't know, that makes me nervous saying that out loud. I feel like I'm jinxing myself or something, but not that we ever would. Ever. But it's kind of like that, it's the permanence marriage. It's permanence of, it's tattooed on your body forever. Do you have any tattoos? Do you have any flower tattoos? If you do, I would love to see them. Please drop a picture of your floral tattoo or your chicken tattoo in the comments below.